Hey, Kanye.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Hello. I just want to welcome everybody today. Thank you for coming and learning about SGA, our Student Government Association. My name is Jana Weiss. I am the Online Student Government Association Advisor. And I'm going to let the others introduce themselves and their positions.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jessica Williamson, and I'm your online SGA president for this school year.
Hi, everyone. I'm Aubrey Sage, and I'm your Vice President for Student Government Online this year.
Hello, my name is Goni Sam, and I'm the online SGA secretary for this academic year.
And welcome. We're going to get started with a presentation, and feel free to unmute or type in the chat any questions you may have. I have a presentation over student government and over the United Student Council, and we'll break between each one to take questions. Let me share my screen. Let me see. Always. All right. Can y'all see my screen? Because I cannot see y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see it.
Perfect. All right. So thank you for coming and learning about being a student government officer. This year was the first year for Online Student Government Association, and these are our some of our very first officers, and they're here to give you firsthand experience of what it's like. So if you have any questions, they're going to be key to any questions you may have. So you're probably wondering, what is student government? The Student Government Association are elected by students of their respective college. This will be online college. And you serve for one full year, academic year. So August to May. The purpose is to represent student body. Anything the student body reports to them, they can report up to deans and presidents, even all the way up to the chancellor. They're here to help you have a better experience, I guess is the word, here at HCC. So what do y'all do? What does the student government do? These are examples and stuff. You serve on a lot of committees. The Student Fee Advisory Committee, which handles money, the United Student Council, which I will talk about later, lots of different college committees and committees that require insight and input of the student body. You help with campus events and create your own campus events, whether it's for Welcome Back Week or Spring Fling or registration fairs, student symposiums, meetings, things like that. You get to attend leadership conferences. We're part of the Texas Junior College Student Government Association. We have 2 region meetings, so one each semester, and then we have a state meeting. We also attend the American Student Government Association, and we have Community College Day every other year. This is the year. We leave on Sunday to attend it this year. We go to the Capitol to talk to representatives. We also do volunteer events. So we have a humanitarian, and so they get to plan out humanitarian events. So there are a lot of requirements, but some of the requirements are you're required to hold 5 office hours a month, in addition to attending meetings, conferences, student events that are planned by the SGA. So there is a time commitment, usually 5 to 10 hours a week outside of office hours, and that's something that really ask your fellow officers about. Some days, some weeks it is a lot, and some weeks it may not be that much. There are times, even as online, you'll be required to be in person on campus. We have a lot of trainings in the fall, and then we meet at usually West Loop to head out for one of our conferences. The advisor is your student life coordinator. So that would be me for online college, Jana Weiss. And you just kind of follow the chain of command by going through the student life coordinator first, and then we'll get you connected with like the dean or the president, board of trustees, chancellors, things like that. So there are 7 student governments associations. Each college has its own SGA that represents the students at those prospective colleges. So we represent all the online students, which is quite a few. But that is what our job is, to hear, hey, what are issues that online students have, and how can we create something that helps them get through those issues? How do we, get those issues up the chain of command so that they can be taken care of? So who's on the team? So there's 7 officers for each student government. There's the president, the vice president, secretary, treasurer, historian, humanitarian, parliamentarian, and then the advisor. And so, you're like, well, why would I want to be on student government? Well, you get to gain a lot of career-related experiences, learn and practice leadership skills, develop personal skills, make a difference on your campus and impact the community. It's a great opportunity for recognition of achievement. You get to travel, make lifelong friends. There's a lot in it for you. If you want to do public speaking, there's a lot of public speaking, or if you want to learn how to public speak, everybody learns how to kind of talk because you're always in meetings, even though they're online. You get to do presentations. So, okay. All positions are available. The president leads the meetings and the official spokesperson. They make the agendas, they control the meeting, going over it, calling it to order, wrapping it up, and they meet a lot with different people. Vice president is kind of in charge of helping select and put on the SGA events and helping with marketing and promotion of events. Secretary, you're the note taker. You take minutes and send them out, and you're the chief correspondent for the organization. The treasurer is charge of the money. They hold CAB meetings, which is College Activities Board, and where student organizations can come and ask for money. They also sit on the Student Finance Committee, and that's where CAB is a subcommittee of. And then they do a finance event each semester. The historian is our official picture taker, makes videos, scrapbooking, helps collect all those memories we're making. Humanitarian does our community service. They're required to do 1 a semester. This last semester, we went to the food bank. Parliamentarian oversees the Robert's Rules of Order. That's the order in which, the rules we go by. And then they help in the fall with a Constitution Day event and a voting event. And those are your 7 officers and what they do. And that's very short, sweet descriptions of what all they take care of. So how do you qualify? You must be students in good standing. You have to have good academics. We require 2.75 cumulative GPA. We want you to serve as an SGA officer where you're taking the majority of your classes and maintain that. We would really like for you to be taking 6 credit hours for online. Sometimes, if you're currently an online student and taking those, and we just need to continue to take online classes for next year. And then let me see, you have to be able to serve from August of 25 to May of 26. Oops. And then, of course, we expect you to maintain your GPA and stay in good standing with the college. So now what? Okay. So SGA applications open on February 3rd. We will be sending out the link to let everybody know when it's available. There's a whole bunch of things you have to do when you apply. You have to make a video, a campaign video, and fill out all sorts of information. It's all on a Microsoft form. It's not difficult. They close on February 24th. And then we have to go through and do grade checks, make sure you're running for all the correct campuses and stuff. And then we notify everybody that they can run for office if that they're eligible, or let them know that maybe they need to be running for a different campus. That does happen sometimes. March 17th, SGA candidates can start campaigning. That can be through social media and on campuses. And then Tuesday, April 1st, yes, on April 1st, no April Fools here. The voting starts, and then everybody gets to vote for a week. And then after we go through and confirm everything, SGA results are announced. You receive I'm sorry about the background noise. But it wasn't. We do have announced the SGA elections. We let y'all know who wins before we announce them officially. However, so if I'm elected, what happens? Well, you'll get contacted by Student Life at their college to inform the elected officers about the leadership retreat and all the good information. You have to sign an SGA contract outlining your duties, criteria, and responsibilities. After graduation, we recheck your GPAs to make sure you still have a 2.75. If not, then we will let you know that you will not be able to continue on as an officer. And then you'll work closely with the Student Life coordinator and the other officers to plan for the fall and spring. And that's kind of what goes on. Are there any questions to ask your fellow officers or me, or if you need clarification on something? Kimberly, do you have any questions? No questions? All right. I'm going to go on to the next presentation. Yes, I'm getting ready for Cahoots in February. And the next one is learning about the United Student Council. It's a little bit different than SGA, but not much difference. And you can run for both USC and for SGA. So United Student Council is district-wide, where SGA is college wise, whether it's online, Northwest, Northeast. The United Student Council is the entire system, all of HCC. You're looking at all the different colleges. You're wanting to do things for all of HCC. So what do? A lot of it's the same. You serve on different committees. You implement and assist with directive initiatives. whether we're going global or district-wide voter registration or advocacy or facilitate focus groups. It just kind of depends. You also get to attend the leadership conferences that I spoke about earlier and do community service. You have the same time commitment. So if you're interested in doing USC and SGA, it's kind of double the time commitment. You have to do separate office hours for USC, and you will have on-campus meetings and usually at district, you'll have the trainings, you'll meet at different campuses. And the USC advisor is an appointed student life position. The current one is Regina Wilson, and she's been the SGA advisor for the last few years and will probably be again next year. So, what colleges are represented by the USC? All 7 colleges. You're representing the entire student body. So who's on the team? Well, you have the same people plus one. You still have the president, the vice president, the secretary, the treasurer, the historian, and the parliamentarian, but you also have an online student ambassador and then your fellow advisor. So the positions, the president is also the face and meets a lot with the chancellor and gives the graduation speech, goes to the board of trustees meetings once a month to give a report. The vice president, of course, is helps the president out and helps with events. Secretary, note taker. Treasurer, you're over the money. The student fee advisory committee. Historian, online student ambassador, and the parliamentarian. The online student ambassador meets with the president of online college and everything. Qualifications are the same. For president and vice president, you have to have previous student government experience. The rest of them, you do not have to have been on student government before. You still have to have a 2.75 and be enrolled in 6 semester credit hours. And you have to be able to serve August 2025 to May 2026. So the elections timeline is the same. It's the same form. You just have to fill out the form more than once, if once for SGA, and then if you want to do USC, fill it out again for USC. So if you're elected, you will be contacted and given the same information as you would have for the Student Government Association. We have to make sure that you get the SGA, you get the GPA, and you'll work closely with the advisor. And that is all. Do y'all have any questions? Kimberly, do you have any questions? It's a lot of information, and I don't know if Jessica, Aubrey, or Gone, has anything to add about that, and is it doable with the time commitment and taking classes?
I do think it's absolutely doable. I was very intimidated at first, but you end up getting everything down to a schedule, and everybody on your team is there to back you. It's not, you're not ever doing one thing alone. So I had never been involved in anything like student government, held any kind of office at any school I was in. I work a full-time job and I have a home to run, and it's very, very doable. Everybody is really understanding. And once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Aubrey, go ahead.
Hi, I would definitely say it's durable because not only am I the online SGA's vice president, I'm also the president of the psychology club at the Northeast campus, and I'm on the tennis team. I took 4 classes last semester. I graduated in December, and I re-enrolled in January to pursue another career, another degree with HCC. So I would say it's more so about your dedication, and if you truly want to be the change that you want to see, it's all about having the grit and the internal flow to keep on pushing, even on the tough days. So that's all I had to say. You're muted, Jess.
Yeah, just figured that out. Angel joined
No, this
us.
ain't the recent one.
Gane, Angela, y'all both had full schedules too. Y'all took a lot of classes and had other involvements. Do y'all have anything that you'd want to share?
So, yes, I'm also taking 4 classes because as an international student, I have to be enrolled full time. And I think the key is to manage your time well and then be able to collaborate with and rely on your fellow officers. So, and it's good to have a good advisor as well. So, yeah. Angel, it's
Yeah,
muted. Oh,
everyone.
hi.
And I'm the treasurer, and I'm just gonna piggyback on what every other person has been saying. Student government is all about support, about the people you work with, and about how well you communicate. So as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, give everyone a heads up to be well prepared and just work well with your team. And above all, tolerance. We are all different people from different works and races of life. So learn to tolerate people and work with them. And basically, it's an awesome ride because these are the people that you meet today that you learn to appreciate, you work with them. You might not eventually get to know them for the rest of your life, but that little moment you have with them, that 2 semesters you're going to spend together, enjoy it. And SGA gives you lots of opportunities. Like we've been to Dallas. I've not been to Dallas before, but SGA was the first reason that took me to Dallas. We're going to San Antonio soon. Sorry, Austin soon for the Community College Day. And this is all thanks to SGA. It gives you opportunity that just being a student won't give you. So try to take advantage of this opportunity and grow yourself to while giving your best and contributing to the growth of the student government. Thank you.
Aubrey, your hand's up. You have something else?
Yes, ma'am. I just thought about one key thing that could make your journey a lot easier. Don't just choose a position based on it being the quote unquote highest. Like, oh, the president is the highest, the president is under there. Because as the board, we're all equal. And it's better to choose something you're comfortable with. So, for example, I couldn't see myself being a parliamentarian because I personally don't even vote. So, by me running for that position, I would be uncomfortable. That way, I won't perform as well as I am as the vice president. And my job is to create events and the marketing, which I love creating flyers and being artistic. So be sure to run for a position that you feel comfortable at and know, regardless of what position you're running for, your voice matters.
Y'all gave some great comments and advice. Kimberly, do you have anything else? Any questions? Oh, I put the email in the chat in case you wanted to email and ask a question later. Sometimes we don't think of things at the until afterwards. So feel free to contact us if you have any other questions. We will be emailing out. I will email out the application link to you.
Oh, that's why I'm confused. Did she tell?
Well, if there's not anything else, I want to thank the SGA officers for being able to come today and contribute to this information and support potential candidates. And I will let y'all go and talk to y'all later. Thanks for coming.
How can we sign up?
Bye,
Thank
y'all.
y'all. Have a great day.
Thank you,
Enjoy your
everyone.
week.
Oh,
Oh, Kimberly,
wait,
wait.
Kimberly has a question.
Oh, here it is. Kingwood Park High School.
Yes, Kimberly. You had a question? Feel free to unmute.
Hazel Ann Prescott. But she hasn't, oh, here we go. Comment. And then rotation.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, it says that only
Oh,
people
just
from
say,
like that are like, in
just
charge
say,
of the meeting
oh,
could like
sometimes
unmute.
Oh.
So I couldn't talk or type in the chat. But yeah, everything was great. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely email if I have any
Yeah, I'm gonna
questions.
phone
And
you
yeah,
for
thank
this.
you.
Thank you. Have a great
welcome.
week.
You too. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Kimberly. See you guys.
Bye.
Well, a lot of them